Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini and this is of course the Enchanted Planner. Alright, today we are rocking a voiceover because this video took a long time. Way longer than I actually like to put videos up. My videos are like, 35 minutes or so. It's not too bad, but when they get close to an hour, we got a problem, people. We got a problem. Alright, so what are we doing today? We're planning or decorating in this case the monthly for my classic catch-all. Now I just showed you some leaves that I created in Canva. Unfortunately they didn't really get used because even though I thought they were the right size, they were too big to work in this layout. However, no loss, I will just use them in a vertical or a different layout, but they were too big for this one. Yeah, and it's funny because I had printed them out, like sized them in Canva and then printed them out, looked at them and went, yeah, that's perfect. And then printed them out on the sticker paper, cut them all out. And then it wasn't until I started doing this spread that I realized, oh, shoot, these are way too big. Way too big to work in a monthly layout when I need it to be as functional as I need it to be. So alas, we had to switch gears a little bit. So as you've noticed, I have pulled out a ton of black boxes. Now, this is an idea I scooped from Plan with Elise. I use black boxes every month for my bills and expenses. It works well because if it's black, I know it's a bill. And the bonus is black goes with literally everything. So I don't have to worry about trying to color coordinate the boxes for my bills with whatever colors are within the decor I want to put on. So it works really well. Now, in my case, as you see, I'm pulling off all these sticky notes and I use these sticky notes and I carry them forward each month so I know what has to go on what day. I'm pulling out some larger boxes for days where I have like multiple bills, and instead of stacking 2 or 3 of them, we're just going to go with a larger box on those particular days. Like you see, I stacked 2, but the other one, I think I had three that have to go on that day, which is kind of crazy. Now, in my case, I put every expense that I have on this monthly, whether it's an auto debit from my credit card, an auto debit from my bank account, whether it's a bill I physically need to pay. The reason I do that is in years gone by, I had a situation crop up where a company reached out to me telling me that I owed them like quite a bit of money. I mean, at the time it was quite a bit of money, really. Now I look at it and it's like not that big. I think it was $100, $200 or something. But they had their thing set up to auto debit off of my credit card. Well, I guess they switched service providers for their merchant processing, and somehow in the shuffle, myself and apparently a few other customers ended up not having their credit cards debited, and they didn't realize until later on that, oops. So they came at me with, hey, you owe us all this money. I'm like, how can I owe you all that money? You take it off my credit card automatically every month. And of course, at that time, I wasn't really monitoring any of my budget. So it was just overall a bad situation. And since then, I like to keep track of everything because one, I want to make sure that the bill that it goes through. Because, on that date, I will go and actually look at either my bank account or my credit cards, online, and make sure the payment processed, because I do not want to end up in that kind of a situation again. So it just makes life easy. All right, so I have pulled out squad goals and squad life because with it being September, I do like to do this month as an autumn spread because we are transitioning into autumn. So I'm in both Mojo's neutral and autumn boxes, trying to find boxes for the new moon, the full moon, and my daughter's wedding anniversary. But then I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, I got these stickers that I bought from Dye. Granted, they're not stickers because when I printed them out on just regular printer paper. so I have to physically cut them out. Next time I print them out, I will print them out on sticker paper, but they're great. They've got varying sizes on it, and I just use these in my monthlies as well as in my weeklies when the moons are upon us. So that is a two-way glue pen. It's a Zig two-way glue pen. I've talked about this before. I use it a lot. It is a fantastic little tool to have in your toolbox, and they are not that expensive. When you see, I brought up the camera, when the glue, is applied and it's blue, that means it will be a permanent bond if you put it down right away. But if you allow it to get clearer, or not dry, but clearer, it will be repositionable, which is why I absolutely love the Zig two-way glue pens. I have been using them for decades because I used to use them all the time in my scrapbooking days. But yeah, it's an investment, or not an investment. It's a great tool to invest in, is where I was going with that. So now I am in my small shop stickers because I swore up and down Allie had done stickers that were for anniversaries. And there aren't any. However, there is a Labor Day sticker in here. So we pulled that out. It was a little annoying because I'm like, am I not remembering right? Like, I swore I had anniversary stickers, but I don't. I have birthday stickers, but I don't have anniversary stickers. So we're just giving the Labor Day sticker a little bit of a trim so I can fit it in a little bit better within the box. Yay, Labor Day's down. I'm very excited. Autumn is almost here. So I'm going into the first book because I have several of squad goals. I picked up a bunch of them when they were on sale on Happy Planner's site last year or the year before. So, and I love them. And it's funny because, like I've said this before, had you told me 3 years ago I was going to love Disney in my planner or dolls in my planner, like, I looked at wrong and I didn't get it initially, but then I fell in love with all of them, including Stick Girls. I just think they're fun. And, you know, like, I do honestly prefer more of a clean, sophisticated, neutral look, but it is fun to mix things up and have things cute and whimsical, which I think is why I do like to incorporate, I should say, spreads with fun elements like that, like Squad Girls. So that they're out. Speaking of Squad Girls, anybody else notice that Squad applications did not happen this year? Yeah, did anybody else notice that? So I have my own suspicions on why that is and why that may be happening. But drop me a comment down below and share your thoughts with me on that. Whether you think that Squad is done and we will never see it again, or if you think they've just made me move the date again, or what their plan is. I'm curious to see. Let's have a conversation about it down in the comments. Of course, keep it happy. Keep it happy. We don't need to get negative. Sorry, I just had to take a drink of water. But yeah, drop me a comment down below and let's chat, because I have my own suspicions on what's going on, but I'm curious to see what everybody else's thought process is, because the current Squad ends in September. And I know, going back in my memory anyways, the Squad that Happy to Plan was on, Desiree, they were on a different cycle. They were spring to spring, and then nobody had seen Squad applications. And then this previous year, like the year of the Squad that we have right now, that started in September. So they moved it to go in line with the September release. So I don't know if it means that they're moving it again and we won't see it, and maybe they're doing a winter to winter, or if Squad is done completely. But I'm curious to see what everybody else's thoughts are, or if you have any, and if you have any tea, because I've heard some rumors and I'll keep those for now, but we can chat about that in the comments. But I'm curious to see what everybody else's thought process is on why we haven't seen Squad application yet. Okay, I brought out this script washi and I tore it up because I thought it would make a good base for the girls to stand on. As most of you know, I don't like things floating. I don't like it. I don't like it to look like somebody is floating in midair. So I do like to put down some kind of a base. And a few minutes ago, as you had seen, I'd pulled out the trees that I had cut up and everything and noticed that they were too big. So I do adapt one of them to work with this spread. But what I will do is, my intention was to give them away to you guys. But what I'm going to do instead is I will leave a link instead of giving you guys the downloadable PDF, I'm going to give you a link to the Canva document so you can resize them for what you need. And I think that might be the best way to go about this, because who knows, if you want to use them in a monthly, you'll have to make them smaller. Currently, the size they're probably pretty good for a vertical spread or something that's like a little bit larger, but not a monthly. Not a monthly. So I will leave the link down in the description for the Canva link. So you're welcome to go in there and play. Okay, we're messing around with my ladies, and de-sticking them a bit to try and get them onto the spread. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them, because I do have a nice kind of gap there, but I also need to balance things out a bit. So this is where we're playing around with various placements of where I'm going to put the squad girls on this spread. And I think some of them came from the Squad Life and some of them came from the Squad Goals book. All right, we're back to the trees. This is once again where I'm trying to decide how to make this work. I did print out, like, there's two sizes, but both of them are just too big. So I take this one and we're going to cut the trunk off of it, and I'm going to make it a bush instead of a tree. I figured it would, you know, a little bit more in perspective, if you will, if it was a bush instead of a tree. So we're just going to trim off the trunk, and voila, she's walking by a bush. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm really happy with this spread. This spread has to stay really functional for me because I use it. Like, my appointments go in here, my events go in here, my bills go in here, you name it, it goes in here. Sometimes even the occasional memory will go on my monthly spread. So I needs the room to rat. So we're just going to white out the lines down in the bottom here and figure out what I'm putting down at the bottom. I love the girls that look like they're walking away. I wish there was more of them because I would have used them in general, like all over the spread. I would have used them as opposed to having girls that were facing the way they are, but they don't have as many. I've got like two. There's one in, no, they're both in the Squad Life book. Now I'm in the fall sticker book, the original fall sticker book, trying to find stuff for the sidebar. And we have a couple of options to play with here. I pull out a few to see what will work and what will not work. And it ends up staying. That one ends up staying. It comes up, but I try out all three of them. And that is, of course, the better of the three, just from the colors that are within the girls on the spread. So it is the one that wins. It's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want it on the actual sidebar because it was a little high. Now we are in seasonal fall because I'm trying to see if I can find a quote that will work with the sidebar, but they're not the right shape, which is unfortunate. And there's nothing really in there that works. Then I'm looking at the strip coats, wondering if we can work in a few of those, but they didn't really call to me and the colors weren't exactly what I was looking for. So we're just going to put those girls in the bottom, and then I'm going to grab a vertical box sticker to stick in the sidebar in the middle section there. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I filmed this video. There we go. Sorry, I had a little bit of a quiet moment because I couldn't remember. I'm like, I'm sure I put that sticker in. But sometimes, you know, the brain and the memory are not what they used to be, courtesy of menopause, which, you know, it's fine. We're all going through it. Well, not all of us, but, you know, at some point we all have to go through it. I'm picking out these little tiny accents. That's the one thing I do love about these books is, like in the Squad Life book in fall, they have like these little itty bitty tiny mushrooms. Like they're so cute. But they've got all these little tiny pieces that I love to add in to try and create more of a cute little scene within the spread. So we're just putting on the final touches. Now, so if you guys like this video, I'm going to do this ahead of time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe down below and hit that bell. And if you're new to the channel, drop us a comment down below and let us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our community, because we all about that here. And I also highly encourage chatter. So chit chat away. We are a very, very chatty community. So we're just going to stick in these final few little tiny pieces and then we're almost done. The only thing I, excuse me, wanted to do that I didn't actually end up doing was adding washi. Oh, my throat is driving me absolutely crazy again. I had this problem yesterday. I filmed this voiceover yesterday, but near the end, my voice caused me to have to clear my throat and it was just atrocious. So, so I had to redo it because I'm not torturing you guys like that. There's no way. Okay, we're going to throw it back on the discs and see how it looks like. Coolio. I like it. It's cute. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Ciao.